Welcome to another episode of Risk. This is another 4-player fixed card game on classic Risk map with blizzards. Settings, alliances, balanced blitz dice rolls and 60 seconds per turn. I set the beginner rank as a minimum rank when hosting this game, meaning that my opponents could be ranked anywhere from beginner to grandmaster. There are no novices in this game. And to be honest, I'm not sure why the blue player has just taken down 4 troops of mine. But wait, he is just destroying all of his troops. What in the world is his strategy? That is so funny to watch. I have no idea what just happened, but I think the blue player has just wanted to have some fun, as I hardly imagine a player with decent stats playing below the novice level. So yeah, I think the blue player has just wanted to have some fun. No kamikaze strategy, no win. That's how you play with the kamikaze strategy. It's not as effective as no Australia, no win strategy, but it still works relatively well. It gives you the chances to win from 0.2 to 1.1%. I'm interested to see how the game will continue to go for the blue player, whether he will continue to play or did he just rage quit. And, unfortunately, it seems he just rage quit, and that's a bit sad because I really wanted to see him continue going. But let's just move forward. Talking about my opponent's stats, the blue player wins every third or fourth of the games he plays, having a winning percentage of 28%, so you might laugh at his strategy, but he might laugh at your stats. It's a proven strategy with over 1669 research hours and even 4477 games, so the blue player knows what he is talking about. He is a real deal player. Then the yellow player wins every third game he plays, having a winning percentage of 32%, and finally the most decent opponent out of the 3 is pink. She wins every second of her games, having a winning percentage of 43%. And because of it, I'm so surprised to see her crushing all of her troops into me. As meanwhile we would be fighting each other, the yellow player could take over North America and dominate the game, or actually just simply dominate the game even without taking over North America, because the balance of the game would be broken. So I totally don't understand why the pink thought that would be a great decision to crush my army while she wouldn't even prevail against me. No way she could capture and hold Africa as long as I want to. And I'm not even mentioning the yellow player being a big threat who could invade her even if I couldn't invade her somehow by myself. But I mean, I'm willing to be reasonable, so this is why I added some more troops in North America to make it harder for the yellow player to capture it, instead of adding my troops in Brazil and crushing Pink's army in North Africa. And then I sent her the alliance request, which she unfortunately hasn't accepted yet, so I assume she doesn't realize yet how big of a danger the yellow player is. But I mean, on my side I will still try to do my best to prevent the yellow player from dominating, as the second place isn't really for me. I play to win. But alright, the pink player has finally accepted my alliance request. I think with the yellow player taking out blue, she finally realized how big of a danger the yellow player is. But I mean, what in the world is this game? It must be the most cursed Risk game ever. So much decent players with insanely good stats are kamikazing themselves like novices. So of course, with the exception of the yellow player, he really plays this game well like fixed cards professional and just takes the advantage over so much favorable circumstances. And oh no, the yellow player has a set, so unfortunately I think it will be a GG in case he successfully takes out the pink player. I was hoping that we might be able to make a comeback somehow, but I mean, it's just impossible with the pink player getting taken out. So unless if he really plays 1v1 endgame bad, as then I might have some chances. But I really doubt so. The advantage will clearly belong to him. But when we still have a hope, let's try doing our best. And alright, I'm not sure what happened here, but the yellow player let me hold South America, and then another good thing is that he left his 16 troops army blocked from my North American and Asian territories. So anyway, I was thinking for a bit what would be the best for me to do, and what I came up with is with traded in troops to capture Australia while going through Europe so it would be invaded, and obviously I didn't unleash the yellow player's biggest army. and then before that in the beginning of the turn I also captured North America, which obviously I won't be able to hold. That's a bit unfortunate that the yellow player has a set at 3 cards, but on the other hand it's just a 4 troop set, the worst set possible, so maybe in overall it's good and probably I should be happy about that. The good thing is that the yellow player still let me hold Australia and it gives me some more hopes. And alright, it seems he just ran out of time to fortify his South American army back. But wait, no. What has just happened and why in the world he is laughing? Anyway, what I'm thinking is whether I should invade Africa or not. I mean 3 troops are like 9 territories, but then on the other hand it unleashes his biggest army which would invade Australia. But then I assume Australia would have been invaded anyway, so I invaded him into Africa. And he just so randomly stopped. So I think he is maybe experiencing some internet connection issues and that would explain why. Or is it something on my end? No, I think my ping is just fine. And alright, it let me hold Australia and receive 2 extra troops. It kinda feels bad for the yellow player, but on the other hand it was his decision to play while not having the best connection, and besides that the pink player basically succeeded on me giving a big advantage to the yellow player. So maybe fair enough, or maybe not, who knows. But hopefully it will let me make a comeback. But oh no, of course he had to get good blitz rolls. But I mean with him failing to invade my continents more than once because of him experience the connection issues, I think it's more than fair. Let's recapture South America, I guess. I was thinking for a bit what to do and I came up just with it. And to be honest, I'm not sure why I took 1 more territory to capture Africa. That was dumb, because now I have 1 troop fewer on my border. The yellow player gets a good blitz roll, so now the situation is very tough for me. It seems he has advantage in everything, the position-wise, the card-wise, the territory-wise, and the troop-wise. So yeah, I think it's just impossible for me to win anymore. So unless if he completely disconnects, but that wouldn't be fair. He deserves this victory. I do have an 8 troop set, but not to waste neither his nor mine time, I'm not trading in it. I'm just saying a good game and well played to the yellow player to congratulate him and along sending the white flag animation to show him that I surrender. So anyway, let's just check out what were the ranks of my opponents. I'm really wondering what were the ranks of all of them. Especially the blue and pink players. And alright, the blue player was at expert, and the yellow and pink players were masters.